Oh, talk about a mood changer.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Bulgaria, weighing in at 270 pounds, Rusev.
This man coming off perhaps the biggest win of his career in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook against Sheamus at Clash in Paris.
And for the first time in 8.5 years, the Bulgarian Brute returns the main event. And Vic, you talk about some of those recent outings, he does appear to be on the upward trend.
He is the single-handedly most scariest individual right now, I believe, in all, and I mean all, of WWE.
That's certainly no understatement there. As you see the look of the Bulgarian Brute. As WrestlePalooza is presented by Xfinity, the smartest Wi-Fi made for streaming WWE. Xfinity, imagine that. Viva la raza! I see you starting to move.
Stay out of my personal life, Blake.
And his opponent, accompanied by Joaquin Wilde, weighing in at 190 pounds, representing the LWO, Cruz del Toro.
I'm glad Joaquin Wilde came out because I forgot my hat tonight, so I'm glad we at least had some representation.
Well, look, I think it's very interesting that Cruz del Toro is going at this alone, going in there against someone as dangerous as Rusev. We just talked about that matchup that took place in Paris. When I think of Cruz del Toro, we know he's fearless. We know he's a daredevil. We know he likes to take high risks, but going at it alone is a huge risk to take, and the bell hasn't even sounded.
But Vic, you can't discount the background of Cruz del Toro, the treasure of Cordoba, a 19-year veteran. Don't often see him in singles action, but a big opportunity here tonight.
It is, and then that's a great point you bring up, Blake, because you're looking at someone right now in Cruz del Toro that is typically a tag team competitor. He's
Indeed.
transitioning to that single star here tonight. If he can knock off someone like Rusev in this moment, you got to wonder what could come his way, what could come LWO's way, but it's also a very tall task.
Certainly would be a massive upset right there. And of course, Cruz del Toro, fresh off that wild 8-man lucha action at Worlds Collide.
Always impresses me every time we get to see Worlds Collide. Corey Graves on the call along with JBL, Conan, and you know, the announce
Couple legends
team
right there.
I mean, they are just, you just feel the energy every time you turn on AAA. And when someone like Cruz del Toro steps in the ring, he starts flying around. Rusev knows that. That's why he's stomping him into the mat.
I think you talk about Rusev defeating Sheamus at Clash in Paris. Also got by Penta recently on Monday Night Raw. How much momentum right now for the Bulgarian Brute?
He's got a lot of momentum. And if I'm right now, Adam Pearce, he's got a tough job. All our general managers have a tough job in the WWE. But I would be scared that Rusev's going to come knocking on my door. He'd probably break it down to start asking for championship opportunities.
That stick and move strategy here from Cruz del Toro. Of course, Rusev, former 3-time United States champion, have to consider that as well.
We talk about John Cena taking on Brock Lesnar at WrestlePalooza. Let's not forget, it was Rusev who took on John Cena at WrestleMania.
Back here on Main Event, Rusev continuing to control throughout the break. And the Bulgarian Brute showing that domination that we've seen throughout his return to the WWE.
How scared would you be? I hate to cut you off, and I apologize for it, but look at this man. He's just walking so slow, so methodical. He's enjoying every second of brutalizing Cruz del Toro. I mean, now he's having a little bit of fun. He's gloating, but just take a look at the demeanor. Take a look at the body language. Take a look at the eyes. He is having fun hurting his opponent.
Very much looking laser focused here as Rusev wants to continue his domination. Of course, we saw a recent collision on a live event with the NXT champion Oba Femi. Vic, how big of a dream match is that?
It'd be a huge match, and you know we're coming off NXT Homecoming, so never say never.
Of Of course, we were first introduced to the Bulgarian Brute over a decade ago in NXT. There's a cover, hooks the outside leg. Only gets 2. Of course, we saw a lot of his peers this past Tuesday at Homecoming at Full Sail.
We certainly did Full Sail University. It was quite the homecoming on NXT, but right now, if you're Rusev,
vicious kicks.
You're not worried about anything else than the body that is in front of you, because that body is a hurdle. A hurdle to what? As you've already touched on, championship gold.
Talked about those 3 reigns as United States champion, covering 312 days. And ever since Rusev returned to the WWE this past spring, you have to imagine he's looking for championship gold once again.
Well, Rusev right now trying to wear down the body here of Cruz del Toro, and we talked about Del Toro's high flying, his tactics, his daredevil attitude. You can't really jump around the ring and fly if you can't get off the mat. This is sound strategy throughout this matchup from Rusev.
Pure domination right here. And coming up next, we're going to see a mini preview of tonight at WrestlePalooza as the Vision has added another Uso to its hit list in the form of Jimmy.
You can hear the WWE Universe just ever so slightly trying to rally Cruz del Toro, but is it too little, too late?
And as we question whether the Usos are able to take down Paul Heyman's juggernaut tonight, can Cruz del Toro possibly overcome this attack by Rusev?
He is going to need a Herculean-type effort in this matchup. I mean, it'd be the comeback of all comebacks in WWE history.
As Cruz del Toro, we've seen him as an underdog before, but that stick and move strategy here, Vic, could be what brings him to victory.
But he's got to keep his foot on the gas. Right now he's got Rusev down. Rusev's hurt. Rusev's confused. Swing and a miss. Oh!
And Del Toro
just getting peppered.
Picking his shots right here. Rusev trying to create some separation.
And how wise of Cruz del Toro. Instead of continuing to run and hit the rope, he stopped, turned, hit that drop kick. He knows he can't give any space to Rusev. He's got to stay on top of the Bulgarian Brute.
His 3rd singles match of 2025, looking to make the 3rd time a charm right here is Cruz del Toro. Big step up in Seguri. Rusev is stunned. Oh, Vic, this might be a mistake. Trying to move 270 pounds of the Bulgarian Brute. But again, that stick and move.
Just got out of the way. We're going to fly.
Del Toro upstairs, missile drop kick. Sending Rusev to the outside.
Everything Rusev tried to stop at the beginning of the matchup. Cruz del Toro now has turned things around on a dime, and we could be on the verge of the biggest comeback in WWE history.
Twisting tope to the outside, we wonder, how can Del Toro overcome the size and strength of the Bulgarian Brute? We might be seeing that blueprint right here.
Just like how fast Rusev already rising back up out of the ashes. Del Toro to the top. Looking to fly.
Going for it once again. Crossbody.
Got him.
Hooks the outside leg. And Rusev able to press out, but Del Toro keeping his foot on the gas. Shining Wizard. Vic, is this a mistake not going for a cover?
I don't think so, because he didn't waste that much time. Hit that moonsault, will it?
And the quebrada only getting 2 again.
Kicked out at 1. Rusev kicked out at 1.
Del Toro throwing everything he can right now. And you see that sense of desperation in his eyes. And the LWO member getting in wheelbarrow position, but that might have been a mistake. Oh, slips out the back door.
Can't count him out. There's the speed.
Continuing to move is Cruz del Toro. Oh! And shut right down.
Word.
And Rusev getting into that zone here, Vic. Look to put the finishing touches on.
Can't say that again.
He's setting up the accolade. All the way back. And Rusev crush.
Come on, ref.
Here is your winner by submission, Rusev.
Absolute domination